I'm back. Okay, so I wanted to really on this because I have this conversation very lightly with friends and I kind of cut it off when they get getting started. But number one, I do realize that not all poor people are lazy, not all fat people are lazy, not all sick people did anything to themselves to be sick. I do realize that. But I also realize that you have entrepreneurs and business owners. I guess does it go hand in hand? I don't think it goes hand in hand because an entrepreneur, uh, it's just a spirit about an entrepreneur. A business owner is just someone who may own one or a few businesses or whatever. An entrepreneur will step into industries that they don't really know about, but they'll get a team together and make it happen. So I think this is my opinion. I think an entrepreneur is a little bit more complex than a business owner. So anyway, got the definition out the way, my version of it anyway. So I hear the news. I hear Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. I just these are talking points all the way across the board for liberals, and I'm not. I'm more conservative than I am liberal, but I don't like those titles. I live my life a certain way. I don't quite care how other people live their life as long as it doesn't affect me in a harmful way. So when I began to breathe pollutants from the air because some company is not following the regulations, now you're affecting me. Okay. You drinking water that's contaminated, pipes and whatever, because your city or your state won't uh, fix the infrastructure in your city or your state or whatever, and so your pipes are all messed up and you're drinking contaminated water. Now you're affecting me. But then you hear this word elites, elites, elites. Now I know that there are horrible, horrible people out there in the world. Some of them are very, very rich, and that gives them the power to be as horrible as they want to be. And they never get in trouble for it. I realize this. Every now and again they'll get caught. But most of the time they can kind of buy themselves out of it. But this is what I don't understand about the tax system, IRS, all of this stuff. So you tell me that I get up out of my bed at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning, start my day, work my natural butt off, whether I have a job, whether I'm working on my own business, whether I have several businesses, whatever. I put 12, 15, sometimes 18 hours in. I know that you're not supposed to overwork to be rich, but that's not, I'm already rich. I'm don't even mean to overwork because I do what I love. It doesn't feel like overworking, but my body will tell me, hey, you got to chill out. Anyway, the long of the short is I do this 6 days a week, 5 days a week, because I do take my days off and I do rest. But you have some people that will not. They haven't had a day off in years. So they do all of this. You have people managing, if you, whether you're managing yourself and 10 other people, yourself and 1,000 other people, 10,000 other people, however many people you're managing or in charge of, right? You do all of the work associated with your job and many times other people's jobs as well, and then you have to double check every other person's job. The moral of the story is, why do I get it? Why do I have to get up and work? I don't have to, but why do I wake up, work all those hours? And so now, yeah, okay, boom, I made 100 grand in a month. Oh, you're an elite. You're like, huh? Oh, but I could seal this deal. Yeah, you was crooked. You did something crooked. That's how you got that money. No, no, I no, I put this deal together and it came through and everything, and now I have 100 grand. So on top of the criticism from society, because once have that type of money and you're working, now you're an elite and you're this and you're that. So then here comes the government. So you have worked your natural behind off, right? And here comes the government saying, we're going to add more taxes because, this is not fair. The wealth gap, the poverty, and blah, blah, blah. You're like, well, why can I donate on my own, or y'all just going to take it? No, we're just going to take it. I don't have any say so. Nope. And if you don't give us what we want, we're going to put you in jail and we're going to take everything from you. You're like, wow. So 15, 12, 15, 18-hour days. Some of us, no days off. We happen to put together something intellectual, something, whatever it is. We figured out a way to make a bunch of money. Our hard work actually paid off. And some of us, we work hard for years, decades before the payoff. So no one talks about the planning phase. Sometimes sometimes you don't pop for years before you even get the momentum going to generate a steady income to hire. Now, okay, here's another one. So mind you, you have this business, you're hiring folks, so now the folks you hire, because, you done pulled up. I don't do this, but I'm saying, the boss, they pull up in whatever nice, beautiful car that they have. And everyone begins to sneer and talk. Look at this rich, da 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 da. They not paying us enough, blah, blah, blah. You're like, okay, so when I was doing my 18 hours, 15 hours, 12 hours, when I was getting what they call it, get my grind on, when I was doing this, when I was up at 4:30 in the morning and doing these things and making these things happen, you know that you could have too. You could have pulled an idea out of your head and made it into, I can't because, poverty and because of my circumstances, and I have a disability and I have anxiety and I have depression and I can't do it, and just give me yours. You go and you work all of those hours and you do everything. And then in the end, I'm going to sit and I'm going to take yours. And I dare you to say anything about it. And when I see you enjoying the fruits of your labor, your vehicles, your home, your clothes or diamonds, I'm going to talk about you like a dog. I'm going to make up rumors about you being in the Illuminati. I'm going to tell folks, that you crooked, even though I have zero evidence of this. And I'm not saying that there's not crooked folks out there. I'm going to penalize you for working hard and getting a bunch of money. And then I'm going to penalize your children because you left them money. You understand that? Now, this doesn't apply to folks that made money from slavery, from free labor, from nefarious things. No, I'm not. Don't think I'm going there with it. I'm talking about in this day and age, in the day and age that we live in now, especially with technology. Technology has opened doors for us to make a crap load of money. And with a little bit, we have to put effort in, but you don't have to work at a plant or whatever. I mean, you can work at a plant and still have a side hustle. You can work, the plant job can fund the other stuff that you're trying. There's a lot of there's more options now, is what I'm saying. Okay. Now, some people gonna say, oh, you taking up for rich folks. What? Even though I put all these disclaimers in there, people still gonna hear what they want to hear. But I personally have a problem with getting up, working my natural butt off, doing what I'm supposed to do, handling my business. I got the government saying, give me this right now, or I'm going to take you to jail and take all of your stuff. And then I have society telling me that I am no good. I'm crooked. I'm a con artist. I'm a this, I'm a that. I done stole this money some type of way. I done did something. I'm in the Illuminati. I'm a clone. I'm a this, I'm a that. And then when my son or my children or my children's children bust out with their money, Oh, and your mama must have been bed winching and da 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 da. I mean, slander, slander, slander. Now, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But I just, this is just on my mind today. It's just really on my mind. This thing is, this is why I can lean more to the conservative side. Other issues, there's more issues. When you start talking about abortion, when you start talking about all types of different issues, the gay and lesbian conversation, if I open my mouth and talk, you will swear up and down that I'm a Republican, a conservative, or this or that. A lot of black folks are leaning more conservative than what you think. They church folks. I grew up in the church. But this is the thing. I only speak about what I do in my life. I don't care what another woman, man, what they do in the bedroom, what they do in the clinic. It does not affect me personally. It's not my business. That's their business. I'm not going to jump in their business. I'm talking about what happens and how I lead and run my household. So yes, my values are a little bit more conservative, but if I'm not going to try to make you think like me. I'm not going to bash you for thinking the way you think, but I do have an issue with the rich elite, this, and that conversation, because that time that you spend slandering and talking bad and hating this person, the other person that you talk to, y'all could have been thought up a business that quick. Y'all could have thought up something to do, side hustle Saturday, and figured out a way to add an extra 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 100,000 to your income. It might be, like I say, it takes some time to build certain things. So no, it might not happen overnight, but you work diligently and consistently towards that goal. You and that friend that you would sit there and normally gossip and snarl down at folks and talk all of this mess about folks and how they got their money, and this one is a bed wench, this one is a whore, this one stole this did that, they inherited. You know all these people business. What about your business? Do you have a business? This is what I don't understand. And then they'll pick and pick and pick. Just pick and pick and slander each other. Well, this one is a this. And now this person went to school. They done dedicated their life to their education. Now they finally have the job that they went to the schoolhouse for. And boom. Here, and hopefully people have thick enough skin. But you hear people killing themselves. You hear people killing themselves. They kill their whole family. They do all of this old crazy stuff because the pressure, social pressure, is crazy. People will drive you nuts if you really sat here and really internalized the words from social media and just public and just, you already have the IRS, the government, in your pocket, in your wallets, in your house, through surveillance and all types of nefarious things that they're doing, trying to make sure that they get their money. Okay? Rain, sleet, or snow, they want their money. Okay? And then you have candidates, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, all of these. And this is where these words socialists come in. Everybody put their money in the pot, and then now the government, somebody going to distribute it back to us. So I guess I'm totally capitalist then. Do I believe that there should be regulations, and do I believe in climate change? Yes, I believe that we are messing up our planet. Us, we all are. I believe that we are, for real. I for real believe that we are messing up our planet. We're going to make it to where we can barely go outside, if at all. We're going to have to wear hazmat suits and stuff like that outside. That's how horrible the air and the pollutants and diseases and stuff in the air. That's how bad stuff is right now. And and to me, in my opinion, I believe that it don't. Do I believe in that? Yes, I do. You cannot tell me that dumping all of this waste here and there, and then this is the corporations, this is the people that I'm talking about. These are the evil people. They don't care. They just, I don't live there. I got enough money, I can go buy me an island. They don't care. So that's my opinion. I know that if I get my behind up and I work and I can create that I don't know, I can learn. I can go out and find the build a team with people that that expertise, or that I don't have time to learn. I know that I can do these things. So I'm trying to figure out, and I know other people know that they may be able to. But for those people that feel like rich folks owe them something, you got to be crazy. You have to be absolutely nuts if you think that I'm going to wake up and work 15, 12, 15, 18-hour days, no days off, build something for a decade. Now, I don't mind doing charity. I don't mind, giving to organizations, physically giving to people. I buy you a house, buy an apartment building, and let you get on your feet, save your money up for 6 months. I remember my boost. I got a big boost. I was able to save money and not have to worry about bills. My aunt made that happen for me. And then I had a boyfriend that paid all my bills in my younger days. And I saved that money. I ain't gonna say all my bills, all his bills, because I live with him. He paid all his own bills and I didn't have to pay any bills. you know. But in the same token, my aunt really is the one that gave me the boost. And then I got another boost. I had a boss. They had a apartment that didn't really use at all. I was an executive assistant. I lived in a horrible area. They wanted me to live in a better area. So they let me have that apartment. And another boost. Didn't have to pay any rent. Check free and clear. So I'm not saying that. And then some people, they don't take the boost. They don't take the boost. They mess around, jack off, play around, and the time will be up and then they still don't have nothing. People that want to make it, a lot of times, that determination alone, they want to make it. No arms, no legs, no feet. Man, it's just some amazing people out here in this world. And I've seen them and met them in person. And some of them I've read about. If you really want, and I do understand that there's a lot of things that can cut us off, from reaching, I guess, whatever. You might not want to get up there too high. You might want to, please, can you take all of that social pressure? Because once you leave that group or class or group, they may turn on you. More than likely, they're going to turn on you. You're going to be an Illuminati clone, agent, this, that, what, I mean, just some of the slander stuff. If people actually filed lawsuits and stuff for all of this slander that goes around, these courts would be way more filled up than what they are now. Because people will throw these words around, especially on the internet. They say anything under these comments. But in person, I've heard people say crazy stuff about people they don't even know. I think that's nuts.